Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Happy New Year. Today is January 1st. How is everyone doing? How is you doing? Oop, I am coming on. Yes, I am recording. New Year. Same time. We get the same days, the same hours, the same seconds as we had last year. But how are we using those? How are we stewarding our time? What habits are we creating? And remember, it takes what they say 21 days to change a bad habit to a good habit. So, yes, let's get started. First of all, welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to my platform. This is the day the Lord has made, and we get to rejoice and be glad in it. And here on my platform, I love to just give God the glory. Yes, give God the glory. Bring beauty, and breakthrough together. That is my new what I'm doing. My ministry, yes. So, with that being said, I welcome any new subscribers. Welcome back to those who are already subscribed. I am giving a special shout out to one of my subscribers. Last night, I got my 160th, 126th subscriber, which is my granddaughter. Hey, baby. Thank you for so, man. God's so good. My grandbaby had sent me a TikTok. She didn't know I was not on TikTok, and I was like, "Baby girl, grand diva, I'm no longer on TikTok, and thank you. I know you sent me a prayer because that's what we be doing." And she was like, "What?" I said, "I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on Facebook, but I am on YouTube." And she was like, "I'm on YouTube now." So she went and she is following me. So, hey, baby, how are you doing? I'm so proud of you. Thank you for following me, even on my subscribers. Thank you. So, I am intentional. Yes, intentional. So, I am going to pray. I am just going to talk today, do a makeup look. I am intentionally setting myself up. I got things to come for the year. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about my book. And just, I want to be intentional. I want you guys to learn, get something, get a breakthrough. So I'm just not going to read the book. I am going to actually creating a workbook, and I'm going to be creating a workbook to make sure that I am intentionally, I am not just talking to be talking, I am talking to give some wisdom to help someone with their breakthrough. So with that being said, Lord, I just thank you. This is the day that you have made, and it's a choice to be glad in it, Lord. So I choose to be glad in it, Lord. Thank you for letting me wake up to see another year, not just another day, but another year. Lord, I thank you. I thank you for giving me grace and mercy, Lord. There is someone who did not get the opportunity to wake up in this new year, Lord. So, Lord, give me the discipline to be productive. Give me the discipline to break my old habits, Lord. Give me the discipline to submit to your will on a daily basis, Lord. So thank you for everything you're doing in my life. Lord, your will and not my will, Lord. Thank you for giving my granddaughter the to follow me, Lord. So Lord, I just thank you for any young viewer who is following me, Lord, anybody who's following me, Lord. So I just thank you. Let it be your will and not my will. Give me the words, Lord. Thank you for just the use of my hands, the use of my mind, Lord, because there is someone who had a right mind and lost their mind. As my brother in Christ, Jesse, always say, Lord, thank you for waking me up, giving me a sound mind, Lord. So I just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for everything you're doing. Look on those who are in my circle. Look on those who I work with, Lord. Just look on the world, Lord. Give the world back some joy, Lord. Peace and hope, Lord. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. So, with that being said, I am going to do my makeup. I'm just going to talk. I am so excited for this year. Why? Because I'm choosing to be excited. Yes, I'm choosing to be excited. I want to be joyful. Um, I was like, okay, God, what's the difference between happy and joy? Man, why? Happy is an emotional feeling, and that can change from time to time. I remember that sometimes I'm happy and sometimes I'm sad because of the emotion. Um, but joy, oh, that is a feeling. So I choose to feel the joy that God has given to me. So I am getting ready to do some makeup. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. Let me tell you about my son. If I'm talking too fast, I do apologize. So I'm just excited. I'm so excited. So my son, um, yesterday, he says, Mom. I was like, what? He said, guess what? I'm going to be building a computer. Now, y'all, my son, the reason why my the screen looks like this, because my son, that is his gift. My son did not go to college to learn how to um, build a computer. He did not go to college to learn how to. As a matter of fact, he has not been to college. No, he has not been to college. However, his gift to work with electronics, to learn how to um, build a computer. So, a friend of his, who he built a computer for last couple of years ago, or maybe last year, just called him and says, "You know what? I need you to make a computer." And I was like, "Okay, okay." And look, this is my setup. So I've been working. Um, my son set me up with this, but I needed to tweak it. So yesterday, this past couple of my days off from work, I've been setting a new setup, got my makeup here, right here. If you see a camera, let me move it. That is my Canon. So when I'm ready to do a side shot, I can look into my Canon. Let me show you. Yeah, let me show y'all. This is what I've been working on. Why? Because I'm intentional. I'm intentional to do what I need to do. So this shot right here, me looking, I moved it over. This is with my 4K webcam. My son said it costs under $70. In my side view, look. That's my side view. This is my Canon. You can see back there. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I am preparing to be intentional. Intentional. So yes, so let's get started, y'all. Let's get started. So my son will be filming. Um, he will be filming himself building a computer. So I will link his bio. If you're interested to go watch him, I will put it in the description box when he comes home. So if this goes up before he comes home, I will update and put it in so you guys can go check out my son. Support his channel. You can support mine, but support his channel. I'm proud of him. So yes, it is beautiful out. Even if it was raining, it would have been beautiful out. Have my shirt on, lead with love, So yes, we need love in the world. We need joy. Lead with joy. Yes. So with that being said, welcome. How's everybody doing? I hope this brings joy to you, bring hope. I hope I'm saying something that's really gonna just move you. Be like, you know what, Karen? Remember, knowing how you doing from scale 1 to 10. How are you doing? Are you a 1? Are you a 2? Are you a 10? Are you a 5? Guess what? You can choose to know. First of all, you need to know where you at. Why? Because self-awareness is so powerful. Because if you are at a 1, you can choose. You can choose to go to a 2 or a 3. The choice is yours. We have the choice to make that pivot. We have a choice. you know. And one thing, shout out to my grandbaby. Let me tell you, she is in high school and she's on the wrestling team. And she won two of her matches. So I am so proud of her. She is my wrestler. She chose to join the wrestling. So I'm excited. I am so super excited for her because she is doing what she loves in the sports. You cannot tell her just because she's a girl, she cannot be on a wrestling team. She won two matches. So, shout out to all the girls who are doing their thing, walking in their dopeness unapologetically. Also, my baby girl or grandbaby, grand diva. She does her nails. She's learning how to do nails. So yes, she's 10th grade. Yep, 10th grade. So I'm proud of her. Super duper proud of her. So all this talking, let me get some make. Let me do my face. Okay. So I am just putting, you know, choosing. I'm almost done with this. I will not be rebuying that. Okay. Because number one, I'm on a no buy. And if I look over here, oh yeah, let me show y'all. I went to Walmart because, I was like, okay, I got a camera, but I don't want, I said, but I need something, another camera that will help me, that will, because some of my palettes, my favorite palette, do not have a mirror. And if I'm, if you see me looking over here, that means I'm looking at my Canon camera. So go here. I'm looking at this one. However, I want to be able to talk in this camera and not look at the screen, because this is what I'm doing now. When I'm looking away, I'm looking at the screen because I can see myself. And oh, you see my books? Yeah. That is right there. Man, somebody gonna have a breakthrough. Those are my books in the back. So, anyways, with that being said, I'm working on that. God is downloading the information. Okay, this is what I need you to do. So I'm not gonna go ahead of God. Oh, look, and you see this here? I was curling my hair with a curling iron. So yep, but that's okay. But anyways, I needed I needed a mirror where I could just, right now I'm looking into the mirror that I bought. So as I'm talking to you, I can talk to, or I can teach from here, from using this camera, and do my makeup at the same time. So yeah, I'm excited. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you the mirror. I got this from this mirror right here, and that's my other mirror. Okay, so see, and when I say, okay, now, so right now I'm looking at the Canon, and now I'm looking at the webcam straight at my computer. So with that being said, this is the mirror that I got. Look, it can move, so I can move it. I guess this is Better Homes and Garden, so I can just move it around. Yes, and I'm gonna put this back over here. This mirror cost me like $34. However, there you go. However, there we go. However, because it has scratches, I was like, can I get some money off this camera? I mean, this mirror. And they're like, sure. So they had to approve it, 10% off. So if you go and you see, let me just fix my, see, I'm all set up. Look, I am so prepared, so prepared. So yes, do some makeup looks. Yes, so that's what I've been doing, setting up for this season. This season. So when God says it's time to do the thing, guess what? I'm prepared. So I did this. I put my moisturizer on. So, what are some of the things? What are some of the things that you need to do? Some bad habits or habits um, that you need to do. What are some of the things that you need prepare in preparation for? It's not going to happen overnight. Um, I've learned that I do not need no one's permission to change. Say that one more time. I do not need no one's permission to change. I don't need anyone's permission to um, walk in my purpose unapologetically. I do not need anyone's permission to be my authentic self. So, with that being said, let's go. Let's do what God told us to do. What is stopping you? What is yourself? No one's stopping you doing what you need to do except for yourself. So I'm holding myself accountable because I know number one, I'm going to be a better version of who I was last year. So this year is 2026. I got the same time, the same amount of time, the same dates. It is not a leap year, so well, sometimes people are like, well, it's a leap year, Karen, and now I have, well, if it's a leap year, we got an extra date that we can do what we need to do. So what legacy are you going to build? What legacy are you going? Right now, I'm building a legacy. My granddiva, hello, she is watching me. She is watching a legacy. Me build a legacy. So she'll know, like, okay, this is what my nana did. She'll be telling her kids what my great grandkids what nana has done, the what legacy, what I the 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 game changer, what I've changed, how I made a better, how I made an impact in the world, So yeah, let's go. Okay, so I put on this here, move this little bit. So, all right, so I am excited. Look at my son was like, "Ma, you don't need warm. Okay, let me adjust your lighting." So I'm learning. He did it. So yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Okay, so I did that, and I am going to use this grippy. Okay, so here, put it a little bit. Once I run out of this, because I have other grippy primer, I am going to use what I have before I start buying something else, because I am only going to purchase stuff that I need, not what I want, not because of FOMO. Not, and my son, let me tell you about my son. He is holding me accountable. Now, him and I was talking, and I have what's holding this camera is I forgot what you call it. However, there was one better on Amazon, and I was like, son, okay. He's like, Mom, this one here would do better. I says, okay. I said, so I'm gonna put it in the box, and I'm not gonna buy it yet. I'm gonna wait. And so, as he was telling me, he says, Mom, I'm going to Michael store to go get the parts to the stuff that I need to build the computer for my friend. We're meeting there. I was like, okay, son, um, I'm gonna give you $50 so you can buy me a arm. That's what they call it. He was like, huh? He said, well, what about the one on Amazon that you have in your book? I was like, oh yeah. But if you're gonna be at Microsoft, he was like, Mom, no. You're going through FOMO, the fear of missing out. My son, he did not know that one of the behaviors I'm changing FOMO. Like my no buy is for me to change my mindset of FOMO. So I was like, look at God, look at God. So I said, son, you're right. He's like, no, he's like, you'll be fine. He was like, we're going to wait. You don't need it. Cause I fixed this one like I can, like I wanted, and I bought this mirror. Now I needed the mirror, and it was reasonably priced. So I was like, "You're right, son. You're right." So yeah, man, I love God. That's how God's like, girl, I know, daughter, I know what you're struggling with, and I got you. I got you because you want to change. Like God will give us what we need to change. Like we have to be serious. Like another thing that I'm not gonna worry. Like my children are older. They're like adults. My youngest daughter, she's 17 years old. She will be 18 years old come come May in 6 months. And my oldest son, he is 39. So all my kids are young adults. This is gonna be the first time that all my kids are young adults and I don't have any more babies. So yeah, so my worrying is you know, is I'm giving it to God. Yes. So it's time for me to be an example, continue to be an example, and show my children like God has blessed me. Like for my like I have three grandkids. And they're amazing. Like they have they're walking in their dopeness unapologetically. And I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of my children. My son, my daughter. I got three girls and two boys. And I'm just so proud of them where they're at, where in their life. So I have been blessed. I am blessed. And it's like, okay, God, it's time for me to do what I need to do. Okay. And I'm doing it afraid. So this journey with my book, my sister's like, girl, you've been telling your story all this time. You've been preparing for this. You've been on Facebook for what, 4 years talking about your story. And I remember the first time that I recorded and I talked to my, it's back in, I think it was 2000. Was it 2000? No, no, not 2000. I had not written my, yeah, 2000, maybe 2021. I don't know. It's been a long time that I've been talking about my story. I tell people about my story. But the difference between when I first started and doing it now, the first time I did it afraid. I was going through my go through. I had to go through the process of healing. So if you saw my first video, and I remember sitting over there in the kitchen, and I went on Facebook and I talked about what happened. I told the world that I had got gang raped, and I remember I was so afraid. Till this moment now, today, I'm like, wow, okay, God. So the difference, keep on doing it, keep on doing it. I remember the first time that I got on Facebook, and I remember my supporters. They were like, I kept saying, I couldn't look into the camera. I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. But through that, I had a cousin who reached out to me and was like, you know what? He said I was sexually assaulted as a child, and the stigma where men are not sexually assaulted, like my cousin now, he helps people. He helps the males who have been sexually assaulted, as a child, as an adult, so he went through, and I'm so proud of him, you know so you never know when you're afraid, and you do, and you tell your story, you never know who you impact. You never know who you're going to impact. So do it afraid. My grandkids, my kids, they know my story. So they're supportive, I love that. I love that. I love the fact that um my kids support me. They're not ashamed. They're so proud of me that I'm an author and they know what the content of my book is. So with that being said, let's go, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm just loving. I'm looking at my monitor, but I'm looking at, wow, how bright it is. So yeah. Yes, and I'm recording. Look, making sure that I'm recording before I get started. Okay. So I am going to do my eyes first, y'all. Do my eyes. Where is okay? Let me like I'm setting up. All right, so I am going to do my eyes, and I am going to move. And if I'm looking away, I'm looking at my camera, my mirror, my new mirror. Oop. And this mirror here has 3 settings. Okay. Here we go. So right now I am using the Sigma eye primer. So I'm looking away. That means I am doing my face. Let me okay. Look. So this I got this from Walmart. And it's a Better Homes and Gardening, and it's a mirror. It's $34, but I paid under 34 because I got a discount. I got 10% off because of the scratches it had on it. Okay, so this is how I do. So, alrighty, here we go. Alrighty. Now, got that done. Now it's time for me to do my eyebrows. I'm gonna bring my mirror up closer. Okay. Ooh, sorry. All right, so now I moved the mirror up closer. Loving it. I am taking this eyebrow pencil, LA Colors. I think I paid like $2.42 for this pencil. Oh, I forgot to put on my gel. All right, so what are my plans for my channel? Number one, my ministry, faith and healing, meaning beauty and breakthrough. As an author, I'm taking me as an author, and me as a makeup lover. I learned how to do my makeup. As a matter of fact, my grandbaby, my grand diva, who is following me, my grandkids, and my daughter. I have an older granddaughter who's 17 years old, and I have a daughter who is 17 years old. They're 3 months apart. Then I have my granddaughter who is 2 years younger than my daughters, and then I have a grandson. So my grandson is 11. My granddaughter and my daughter is 17. So that makes my middle granddaughter 15. She's in the 10th grade. So if I got that wrong, charge it to my head, not my heart, grandbaby. But anyways, so I remember that my oldest granddaughter and my daughter wanted to get makeup, and I bought them some makeup. And then I bought me some makeup. I was like, I've always wanted to do makeup So look how it's circled around. Now I'm doing makeup. My grandbaby is watching. I remember my grandbaby. She took one of my palettes and she put her finger in it. I was like, no, 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 no. So with that being said, it's like I stuck with it. I learned from how to put makeup on, put eyeshadow. I remember I looked crazy. Like, oh my gosh, if you would have saw my, but I kept doing it. I invested. I invested in makeup. I mean, I've have what 60. How many palettes do I have now? I have 24 upstairs and 44 down here. So that's like 66 palettes that I have, but I've had way more than that because what I've been doing is I have been decluttering. So I would buy palettes and give them away. So now I have my palettes that I have, it brings me joy. I go through them and I swatch my palettes just to make sure I like it. If it does not bring me joy, then I will give it to someone to a second home because I don't want to be attached to something because that means I'm idolizing that thing. And because look, God was like, no idols before me. So it's like I can give things away. At first, I used to have an issue with, oh my gosh, I need to keep this. I need this because I could not. But through my healing, through therapy, I was able to let go. So yeah, just had to tell that story. Love you, baby girl. Love you, grand diva. So if you're watching, you were the beginning journey. Remember when you and your sisters came up and stayed with me for the summer, and I did, and you got into my eyeshadow. Yes, yes. So thank you. That was a memory. So now I am this palette here. This palette here, Natasha Bloom. It is the only if you want to get this palette here, it is no longer on her website. I got this from Sephora. Okay. It was $48 because normally her palettes go for $69. This palette, I like a year. I first saw that and I was like, do I want it? Then I says, nah. So I looked at it again. So about 2 months later, they was like, oh my gosh, it's on sale at Sephora's. And guess what? I got it. And I got it. It was on sale for $49. It was $48. It was 38% off. 30% off. And then I got a chance to take another 20% off. So literally I spent like 30 something dollars. However, this is no longer on her website. This is what it looks like. I'm loving this palette. See? See my setup? Look, this is my setup. I'm going to show y'all. This is where I'm sitting. This is what I keep looking at. So, and then I have this. Here's my camera. This is what I was talking to you about, that little stand there. And then this here, my microphone and my little spot. So anyways, so this here, I'm glad I got it. Because guess what? It's not on her website. So I knew that she probably was no longer going to be carrying it. So when I got this, like a week later, when I went to it, no longer, you could see it on Sephora's online, but when you click on it, it says not available. The only place you can get this is from Beautylish. Oh, that's my living room. You only can get it from Beautylish. So if you're thinking about this, I don't know how long it's going to be on Beautylish, but 9 times out of 10, once it's gone from Beautylish, you cannot get it. My favorite colors from here is this one here. Look, loving this here. And can't really see it's like a topper, but this one here, this one here. Sorry about that. Yeah. So I'm gonna use this. I'm like, this brings me joy. Like this palette brings me joy, and I got it for $38. So this brings me joy, not happiness, because happiness is a feeling. Okay, okay, it's a feeling. Joy is an emotion. Okay, and then I'm gonna use this here, the retro palette. Um, let's see. I like this brown here. This one here. So this is like a neutral, I guess. All right, so and I might use a different palette. This is her newest palette. This is the newest one. This is the sculpt. This is one of the newest ones. I got both. Yeah, I got the soft and the dramatic. I think I'm gonna use these two because I need definition. So here, that's like a purplish. Hmm. See how these two matches? Okay, so maybe I'll be working on my swatches. The swatch what I have. You know what I was thinking? I was like, you know what? No one, everyone does videos of what is new, new palettes. Someone like me, I remember when I got on and I started doing palettes and I started crafting my eye look, I was like, ooh, that palette's on sale. Let me go try to find it. And it would be like maybe 3 years prior. And it's like, um, I'm not gonna buy every quarter. I have a no buy quarter. That means I'm not gonna purchase any more palettes, any more makeup. I'm gonna say no. I used to say no buy a year, but how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? So I'm gonna have no buy quarters. So this is the first quarter. Not buying any more makeup. Um, I don't have to have a backup because I set myself up for success. So I did purchase one of these. I'm halfway through this, and I use this a lot. Sephora had a sale. Take 20% off on sale items. So Sephora had this 30% off, and then I took an additional 20% off just for my backup to have a backup, so I don't have to buy anymore. What else? So instead of spending $44, I end up spending $28. So that makes sense. And I purchased this here, and this is really good, and I'm gonna use this today from my daughter. She had my 17-year-old. She purchased this. She was with my sister. My sister, as a matter of fact, my sister bought this for her. They was at Sephora. Now, Sephora, you guys got to do better because when my daughter got home, this was too light. The other tone was different. Was not good. Does not match hers. So Sephora, she purchases. She trusted the Sephora worker. And when she got home, she was like, So what I did was, I always wanted to purchase the House Labs, right? I always wanted to try this foundation. I am slightly darker than my daughter. Our undertones are different. Um, and so I was like, okay, let me try it. If I like it, if it If it looks like it's my tone, I will purchase it full price from you because she had just bought it. And so I did. I did the undertone. It matches me perfectly. So I think this was $49. I gave her $50 because it's business. It's business. Why would I take advantage of my daughter? She used it once now. If she was trying to throw it away, like, and she used half of it, no. Mm-mm. But because this was the wrong undertone, and if it wasn't my match, then I wouldn't have purchased it from her. So I was like, you know what? I'll just buy it from you for $50, and it cost $49. So yeah, but yeah, so I know I'm gonna use this because I really do like this. So I'm gonna use this. What other? Yeah. So let's get started. Okay. So my eyes. So I'm going to use my eyebrows. Okay. All right. Let's do my eyebrows. Now I'm not too. Okay. Here we go. And see, I have a burn right here. We're gonna see if that foundation will cover that. Oh, okay. This is LA Colors. It is dark brown and it precise. And, okay. Here we go. Ooh. I need to get this. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. I had to fix. Okay. Okay. What in the world? Okay. All right. So. Okay. Now, if my grandbaby watching, ooh, look, y'all. Okay. Now, I think what that is doing. She got a camera for Christmas, so she's going to be recording her um her sessions, her matches. So you know, she see I want to be example, leading by example. So baby girl, it's okay. It's okay if something. See, I had to keep fixing that light. So you don't have to be perfect, girl. It's the trust the process. So, a encouraging word for you or anyone. If it doesn't, just keep doing. You just got to do it. You got to do it. There's no do it and don't give up. Do it afraid. Things will work out. I finally, I'm proud of myself because I didn't. I wanted to give up. Really, I was like, you know what? I can't do all this technology, all these lights, cameras. I want this certain way. I'll be like, son, could you do that? And he kept saying, Ma, you know. So I was like, you know what? Let me do this. And I got this webcam exactly what I where I wanted. I went and got me a mirror. I fixed the lights. I got my camera, my Canon. So I'm excited. I am so excited. This light keep going down, and I gotta ask him, okay, son, why does that keep going? So it looks like it is maybe I don't know. I'll fix it. But guess what? If it doesn't work out as I'm filming, and it's okay. It is okay. Okay. So let's go. All right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to what do I want to do? Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Hold on one second. Let me see. Look, it was going out. I don't know why it's going out. I don't know, but I have to find out. Maybe it needs to be charged. I don't know. Maybe it's not working. Maybe it just died on me, but that's okay. That is okay. That is okay. Because I do have another backup. So, yeah. Oh, here we go. I don't know. Maybe it's there. All right. There. Okay. Something I did. I don't know. So here we go. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. So I got that. I'm going to, because this is like, I'm loving this palette. I am going to take, see, what is talking to me? What is like, boom, use me. Okay. So I am going to use, let me see. Yeah. This one here. See, it's like a soft pink. Ooh. Here we go. Put it all over my lid. I'm using my Sonia G. What is it called? Sonia G Jumbo Worker. So, cover my eyes. One thing I know I have to learn, I'll be learning, is how to edit. Yes. This is technology is scary to me. It's like, oh my gosh, it's scary. So I am gonna learn how to edit. And so until then, I am okay. Here we go. Okay, so yes, I'm so glad. I am so glad that I went and got this. I would be sad, like, oh my gosh, I'll be so sad because of the fact that I did not pick up this palette. It's so pretty, so pretty. Okay, so now let's do. I need depth. Okay, because you know what? I remember this here. This this side here. Okay, let's see. Is that enough depth or depth? Ooh, yeah, this one here. That was clover. And here's bark. Which one do I want to use? Yeah, let's go with bark. And I'm going to use this brush here. Okay. Ooh, check this out. I have that mirror here. I have this one here, and I have that there. No, put this down. Okay, Natasha. I'm using the palette because Natasha palettes, one thing they got this nice size mirror, like loving it. So I'm sitting this down here Have a mirror here. Okay, so is that dark enough? Hmm. I know I have to. I think I need something a little more darker, deeper, and yeah. And I'm gonna use um this one here. Ooh, that's my stomach growling. Just need a little deeper. Okay, so it's not deep enough, y'all. So this is where I'm gonna use this here. I'm gonna use cool one, cool one. Yeah, cool one is what I want. Now, because of my hooded eyes, I'm gonna hold my. They tell you, oh, don't pull your eyes. They're sensitive, yeah. But guess what? I need to because of the fact that I need to get into those layers of skin. Okay. Now, yes. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, this is like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I got the bloom palette because it's like a soft pink. Like I'm feeling this pink. Okay, y'all. Now I need to get okay. Trust the process. Trust the process, not just in makeup. Trust the process in everything you do, especially when you starting out. Because, like I said years ago, shoot, back in 2020, before the pandemic, or yeah, 2000, before the pandemic, my baby girls, actually, it was 2019 because they came and stayed for the summer before the pandemic because the pandemic was 2020. So 2000 summer 2019, I was like, you know what? I always wanted to do makeup. And see, growing up, I could not wear makeup because I grew up in a Pentecostal household. So makeup, they said Jezebel. So I was like, but I've always wanted to learn how to do makeup. So when my daughters and grandbabies was like, I want to learn how to do makeup, I bought them palettes. And so that's when, and then when the pandemic happened, I was like, you know what? I started getting palettes. I needed something to keep, I needed something to do. And I was like, you know what? Let me get into it. Let me get some makeup. Let me start doing my eyes. I want to do a cut crease and all that stuff. So, and I just kept with it. So, if you're doing something, you starting off like my son, him learning how to build computers when he was little. I've told a story before when he was little, he used to take all his toys apart and put it back together. And I was like, son, what are you doing? And it turned to like, this is how we find our passion. Do something that that brings you joy, not make you happy, because guess what? Happy is an emotion. It's an emotion. Joy is like a feeling of accomplishment. Like, yes, oh, that brings me joy. That will last longer. So, make up my ministry brings me joy. Giving hope to those, to the hopeless, makes me joy, gives me joy. So, do things that make you joy. Your why. That's where your passion comes from, your joy, not from your happiness. Okay? Your passion comes from joy, not happiness. Okay, so here we go. Do I want to use this color? Let's do. See, I like. You know what? I'm gonna do this color, but I'm not gonna use a brush. I'm gonna use my fingertips. Okay. Okay. And you know what else? I'm gonna use another one. Okay, I use that, and now I'm gonna use. So I use this one because I really do like that color, but I also like this one. And so I'm gonna put it together. hmm Yes, put them together. Okay, I'm gonna use this finger here. Yep. So do do stuff that brings you joy. Your purpose comes from joy. Cause guess what? Happiness is not. Happiness is good, but it does not. Happiness can change. Your joy. That's why it says in the Bible, it says, the joy of the Lord is my strength. I'm going to say that one more time. It says, the joy of the Lord is my strength, not the happiness of the Lord is my strength. The joy of the Lord is my strength. So, meaning that He will bring you joy and it will give you strength. Okay? Joy will give you strength. Okay, so now wipe that off. Okay, so am I done with my eyebrows at this point? Yes. I just need to. I like to. Um, this is CO by Minted. One of my favorite um, concealers. Now I remember it was one time, maybe a year or so. Minted stop putting on, they went through their little change. They had to go through a revamp. Yes. So, with that being said, I'm revamping to me meaning becoming a better version. Things have to change, things change and change for the good. So, with that being said, okay, I am going to, all right, here we go. I'm using Crisp from the palette to for my eyebrows. Okay, let's see. I will use a refer. See this here? Oh, see, look. Yeah. is so pretty. I am so glad that I came across it again. And I was like, you know what? When I went to Natasha's website, I did not see it on her website. So that told me that, oh, it's about to be discontinued because that's what she does. If it was another palette that she had on there, and I was like, I'll get it, and it was no longer there. I was like, no. So um, when I went and I was like to her website, I was like, it's not there. And I went to Sephora's website. I think I went to Ulta's website and it was there. But then I checked Sephora's website and it was on sale for 30% off. Of course, I'm going to get Sephora's and not Ultra's because it's the sale. And then when I was there, it was extra 20% off. And I was like, oh. So I paid $38 for this palette. So about a week later, 2 weeks later, um, I went in Sephora and I clicked on it, but it said no, this product's no longer available. I was like, yes, I listened to my gut. And then when I went to Ultra, guess what? They no longer had it. So I was like, yes. So I looked on all the websites. So Beautylish is the only place that you can get this, and they still have some because I clicked on it and it said add to cart. So any other place. So if you're like, oh my gosh, should I get it? Especially skin my color, I say get it. Um, it is so pretty. Like I don't have like I love colors like this for real. And yeah, so I'm happy. It brings me joy. And anything that does not bring me joy, let me tell you something. I will get rid of it. I have no problem with getting rid of it. Okay, there we go. So I'm loving my setup. I have my mirrors. So what are some of the things that does not bring you joy anymore? And are you willing to let it go? Yes. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, yes. Little girl. We'll fix that. I need that color. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is CEO. Put that right here. Right in the corner. Okay. Let that dry a little bit. Now I'm going to, I already put my gripper. See, it is not gripping. Serum Grippy. I put it on earlier and it dried down. And guess what? It is not gripping. So my Cover FX, I don't think they're coming back. Because it says, I don't know, it says join the waiting list. I think they're revamping. So I hope they are. But you know what? I have enough where I have some that's going to last. Uh, I got like 3 of each colors back up. And if I run out and they no longer, I have Minted because Minted is similar to the Color Story. So it's to me is close enough. So When meant to seem like they were no longer going to be available, I went looking for a new concealer. So that's how I came across Cover FX. I was like, let me try that. So this is happy hour. Okay. So the happy hour. See that? That's happy hour. Now, this is D2. So D2 and happy hour. No, D2 and CEO is the same to me. See? Now, on my eyes, yes. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. Let's finish up. Okay. I've been recording for an hour, but that's okay. Cause we're just sitting here chilling. Let me tell y'all one thing. The reason why I like to get on here and talk, and this is one of my whys, and I have to keep reminding myself. Back when I was sexually assaulted, gang rape, um, I went to the computer. Part of the impact of being sexually assaulted, you're not available. So you're going to try anything like to just focus on something, and normally it's unhealthy because it's like your mind is like you're in denial. You're not able to say what happened. So it's like I refer it to it happened. And that's part of that's in my book. Has a big that's a big chapter in my book, It. So what I did, unhealthiness that I did was the world saw a smile on my face. But I resorted to the internet. I got the on the line. I got on it used to call Pal Talk. And I created a facade. So I would talk to people that I did not know. It was all unhealthy. So I said to myself, if I can, one thing that I would do is create a safe space where if I'm just talking, encouraging someone, they're going through their growth through, I understand. So I create something, make it to encourage you to be like, you know what? I understand. It's okay. It's going to get better. It may not seem like it's going to get better. It's going to be, I'm here for you. This is me being here for you. So if you want to go back to my thing, it's intentional. I want people to know that I get it. Like, I get it. Like, a lot of people don't get it. And that's another thing. I want people to understand that being sexually assaulted, when you're suffering in silence, that's why the book is called The Powerful Impact of a Silent Epidemic, the Lock Box. It's like you're in this box and everything is locked. Your emotions, your availability, um, your happy, your joy, your trust. Oh my gosh. So many things. You put it in this box and you lock that box. You take that key and you lock the box and you throw it away. And it's the impact of what happened to you that you begin to operate in. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But then there's hope. There is hope. The breakthrough is you finding that key and you unlocking that box and you pulling out your hope. You're pulling out the joy. You're pulling your voice back. You're taking everything that you put in that box to protect the shame that you put in that box, the shame is like you taking it and you becoming free. You got your breakthrough. You got your breakthrough. And there's beauty in the breakthrough. What is the beauty? It's the beauty is being free. The beauty is having your voice, finding your voice, walking in your purpose unapologetically, able to live again. The beauty is in the breakthrough. But first, we have to unlock that box that we created. I get it. I've been there. The impact, the the impact of what happened to me. I stayed silent for decades. And then God was like, girl, come on, I need you. I need you. Because God created me. He created me for this purpose. He created me for this season. He was like, we're going to get through because God knew you before he put in your mother's womb. He knew. So anything that you going through, the hardships, like it's God knew. God, the joy of the Lord is my strength. Man, that's where my strength come from because it's that joy. So I get it. I get it. It does not happen overnight, but you have a purpose in you. The devil don't want you, like we look at the devil as this person with the horns and all red and evil. No. Sometimes our self-sabotage and be like, nope, I'm not going to do it. Nope, 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 nope. But the joy of the Lord is my strength. God will give you what you need. You see that panel? God gave me the strength. God gave me the strength. God gave me the words. I look, the book I'm pointing to it. You see that book right there, the one I'm pointing at? That's the first book that I wrote. I wrote that in pain. That's my first. And then God was like, nope. I'm going to take what you wrote. I'm going to take your pain and I'm going to use it for my glory. So then that's how this one came. Different than the pain, but God was like, nope. And then I was like, okay. He was like, you know what? The breakthrough. If you see the the um the um the planks falling down, that's me. I found the key. I unlocked the box. The impact is dropping from my heart. And that's what the lock box is. Those, the covers, one person created my covers. First, he created that. And then I was like, you know what? My coach was like, I challenge you to put your face on your book. And it was just going to be one book. And then God was like, nope, I need you to turn it into a novel. And so when I reached out to Troy, I was like, can you, I'm turning the book into a novel. So I need another book. I need another book cover. He's like, you know what? He said, okay, but this, I stopped creating book covers, but for you. And I told him, I said, whatever you give me, use your gift, use your gift. And then he came back with that. And that's how book 2 came. And so that is God's alignment. 2026. What God, me and God sat in silence. I listened to God. I was still. I was writing stuff down. And God was like, I got you. So, with that being said, I'm finna finish up my face. So, I'm excited what's going to come out of the lockbox. what I have planned for you guys, what God has planned for you. I am not going to rush ahead. I am just going to be like, okay, God, you got this. I trust in you. I trust in you. I'm leaning not to my own understanding, but I'm trusting in you wholeheartedly. So, with that being said, I am going to finish up this look. Okay. So, here we go. Okay. Now, see, little lighter. Now, this this here, this some good stuff. Now let's see if we're gonna see if it's gonna cover that. Let me shake it up. This here, right here, this some good foundation. I'm so glad. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. I have to learn. That's another thing I have to learn. Stop hitting the microphone. I did. Let me tell you, y'all. I did get. I did have a microphone, a wireless microphone. But let me tell y'all, I like this $75. Look, this microphone, my son told me, cost $75 and it came with headphones. I'm going to say that one more time. This mic cost $75 and it came with headphones. Let's see. Okay. Did you see that? That covered up my. Okay. This is good. Now, this might look a little bit orange, but that's okay. After a minute. Okay. Now, ooh, sorry, y'all. Okay. Let's see. There. See. Sometimes, sometimes we have to adjust during the process. Okay. Okay. Had to adjust. Ooh, I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay. So now we got this. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to put in here. Let that sit. And then I'm going to take this bronzer, ferment it, and then this is a brush from Scott Barnes. I've had this like for 5 years, y'all, and I haven't been using it. See, a lot of times, ooh, I was getting stuff like, ooh, I had FOMO really bad, y'all. I was like, ooh, like let me show you. I'm going to show y'all how bad my FOMO was. And also, I had to understand that I was buying due to the fact that I was emotional spending. Did I stop? It took time. So I would buy brushes. Like, look at this. Don't make no sense. I have not used this. Not used this. Like, I was like, ooh, I need that. I need that. Okay. Yeah, right. So I'm going to use it. You know why? Because I spent my money on it. Or I will declutter and give it to my daughter. Okay, so here we go. Up this here. Ah, okay. So if you're watching this and you're going through your go through, guess what? I got it. I understand. Ooh, sorry. I understand. I got you. I understand. It's going to get better, whether you realize it or not. It will. It will. It will. It will. Okay, so now take this. If I can make it, if God brings me through it, He'll bring you through it. See, look, that covered my. Alrighty, and now I'm going to put blush on. I need to move this. I keep on hit. I'm so sorry, y'all. I need to get one of those things that cover the side. Okay. Look, y'all. I kept practicing my makeup. My grandbaby, she will tell you. And look, okay, let me just put on my eyeliner. There. Now, one more thing is I need to set my under eyes. Am I going anywhere? No, I'm not, y'all. I'm not going anywhere. But guess what? There's beauty in the breakthrough. Yes, there is. Ooh, okay, I'm using my one size transition powder. And this is my holy grail. Translucent powder. Have enough to last. Okay. Look it. So I just want to say thank you guys. You know, those who are have been following me. I appreciate you guys. Those who I know personally that's following me, thank you. Um, and those who I don't, thank you. Remember, let's see, my face is powdery. So let's do some. Okay. And then take. Okay. Who the beauty? Who the beauty? Take some of my uh, cover exit cover FX dewy finish. Um, I do have backup of this because when I saw them, now look, because I really, 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 really like this formula for real, and it's been out for so long. It's been out for so long. I bought some backups. I was like, man, and then I went and bought some backups for because this is like my holy grail. And for the simple fact that I was like, man, just in case. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going out of business. However, I will find a solution. Okay. Um. So far, it's looking like minted is going to be my holy grail for concealer if that's if cover FX does not come back. They're done. Let me do my lips first. Let me clean up. Put that. Clean up, clean up, clean up. Okay. Okay. Yep. I'm loving it. This back in. Okay. This here, loving. Okay. Ah, shoot. I'll get that later once I'm done. Because it just fell. Here we go. Always saying, new habit, cleaning after myself. Lead with love, lead with joy. Okay. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Now, time for me to do my. I told y'all that I'm gonna get back to wearing lipstick. Okay, here we go. And if I can get a lipstick, a lip liner that will last. Okay. This is from Sephora. I got this like maybe last year. I still have it. Okay. This is my favorite lipstick called Muted from look. And I use this. This is from Juvia's Place. Okay. It goes with my makeup look. Okay. I will see y'all next time. Okay, let's go. Oh, last but not least, eyeliner. Okay, and then let me put on my earrings. I bought these at a store when I went to the mall with my oldest son and my youngest daughter. Okay, I think I paid $7 for these because they were 50% off, and I got some other. I love silver. Oh my gosh! So I bought myself some silver earrings. Okay. All right, y'all. Yeah. My wig. Okay, so here we go. This is the final look. Yes, I ain't going nowhere today. I'm doing this because I have makeup. And a lot of times I'm using what I have. I'm not buying any more eyeshadow palettes. Um, use what you got. Like a lot of times we buy these expensive, we buy these palettes. I don't care how much this costs. Like I got it. This was like $82, but I got a sale. However, like we need to start using what we have. Like you using the gift. Like oh my gosh. Okay, using the gifts that we have. Like don't let someone use your gift and you don't use it for yourself. Okay? Don't let someone use your gift that you won't use for yourself. Like I love to do makeup. Like this is nice. I love it. I love the way it came out. When me and my when I first started, like it did not look like this, but I kept doing it, especially during the pandemic. I did my makeup every day. So loving it. This is the color of the foundation. I'm loving it. I know they have 460 is what I got. Um, if I saw 450 and that would have been too light for me, and 470 would have been too dark. So this is perfect, and I'm just loving it. I'm loving the look. So with that being said, I will see y'all next time. Let's bring beauty. There is beauty in the breakthrough. I'll say that one more time. There is beauty in the breakthrough. I am Karen Danzy. Yes, I am Karen Danzy. I am here. I am here. I found beauty in my breakthrough, and guess what? You will do the same. I'm Karen Danzy. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have an awesome blossom rest of the day. And remember to walk in your dopeness unapologetically with unwavering faith. This is a new year. And guess what? We're going to be better. We're going to be better. We're going to hold ourselves accountable. We are not going to ask permission to do. We do not need permission to be our authentic self. Okay? All right. Talk to y'all later. See you next time. All right. Bye bye. Bye bye. Look, I'm working. Look. Okay. I'm trying to see where I start recording. Yes. If I can do it, you can do it. All right. Talk to you later. Bye bye.